Two brothers in the dark, raised on static and screams. Late nights, flickering screens, living somewhere between nightmares and dreams. From cursed videotapes to blood on the floor, every shadow's a question, every knock's at the door. They don't run from the monsters, they rewind and press play, digging through the terror till the fear fades away. So dim the lights, lock the doors, let the dead speak tonight. This is horror through blood, through bone, through brotherhood. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Scary Stories by the Campfire. We're your hosts this evening. My name's Jason, and
I'm
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Jeremy, can you hear me?
I
Huh?
can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Jerry.
Good.
Yeah.
What do you got going on over there?
Crazy, man. Pandemic. Could you hear it out there? Hold on. Don't stop recording. Okay, whatever you do, don't stop recording. Okay, so it's crazy out there. This is movie out there, right? It's crazy. It's spreading like a wildfire. The movie's called
Quarantine?
the movie, huh?
Quarantine?
No, not Quarantine. No, that's the American, Jeremy. What are you talking about? This is Wreck, Jeremy, or in I guess you can call it Record.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna go back and review the footage. I'll be right back.
Where'd he go? Are you okay over there?
Oh God. Oh.
Are you okay over there?
Yes. I think I'm infected.
Well, good thing you're way over there and I'm way over here.
Yeah. All right. So, yes, the movie that we are talking about this evening is called Wreck.
Yeah. It's a movie I had to read subtitles through. The entire time.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
So
I don't speak Spanish.
Okay. Yeah. So this is our first international. Hold on. I got this new setup I'm doing right now. Just trying to get my chat popped out because my chat doesn't pop out unless. All right. There we go. Oh wait, where's my chat? Chat, come back. Chat. There you go. Okay. Cool.
The chat can't come back. It's quarantined.
No, it's quarantine. No, apparently they kept coming back. The creatures in this, the people in this movie kept coming back. Yeah. So this movie is called Wreck. It is a 2007 Spanish film, and I decided to use this one as it's kind of a kickstart. How you digging the look, Jeremy? You digging the look back here?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I
will say though that it kind of looks like something you'd see in Dexter.
Or American Psycho.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul.
Do you like Quarantine? Or do you
Not
like the
really.
Wreck movies? I think the first one was just a little bit too much reading for me. But when Quarantine came out, that's when they really got into their own.
Okay, so yeah, for this is our first actual episode of the year. I know we did like our end of year uh video last week, and but this is like the official first movie of the year for us, and I wanted to do something special, set stuff up. I want to try to get more into like doing this kind of stuff, makes it a little bit more interesting. But all I wanted to do was throw a tarp up or something, kind of like what they did in the movie when they locked the building down. I don't think those were necessarily like big tarps. They kind of like big clear plastic wrap they were throwing down, but want to do something like that. But Raven was able to find me big old plastic baggy majiggy there, and she was able to get it all set up, and she did the outfit. I wasn't even thinking outfit, and she did the outfit for me. So she was able to find all this stuff. So yeah, props to her. She's the one who actually got this ball rolling. But yeah, this movie was I like this movie. I was actually able to get it to stream. So PJ and Raven and I were all able to watch it.
Yeah, I don't know if you didn't see the intro that played, did you? To the podcast now?
No, I didn't. I didn't
Oh,
see the podcast.
yeah. I figured you were too busy with the phone stuff to look at it. I'll show it to you when we're done here. But PJ said the intro is awesome.
Yeah, I saw that on the chat, and PJ says, "I love the outfit." LOL. Well, once again, you can thank Raven for that, because otherwise I'd be just hearing a yellow T-shirt. But yeah, I'm using the new streaming camera, so I have that. So if you kind of see my eyes kind of glaze up a little bit, that's because I have the laptop like right behind it, so I'm trying to be able to like see the screen and be able to like kind of look in that general direction. But it's something new I'm trying. So there's that. But yeah, it's our first international movie, and I think it was. I thought it was really really good. I liked it a lot. Have you ever seen it before, Jeremy?
Negative, Ghost Rider. I have not.
You have not seen this movie?
No.
I mean, you watched. Yes, you technically you did. Technically, you did. You watched Quarantine.
I did watch that, but I mean, even
It's-
though that wasn't even that good of them, like I didn't care for Quarantine that much.
Well, Quarantine is essentially the same movie.
It is, and
It's
when
just
I
American.
watched this one, like, okay, I'm gonna explain it to you like this. This movie, it's
Hello, Raven.
this, and I'm gonna probably say this about the entire series. Um, it's I compare this to the 28 series. And let me explain why. Not because of what's happening or anything like that. It's two completely different stories, so on and so forth. But here's the thing. This movie is the equivalent of 28 Days Later. It's a low budget, everybody's trying, everybody's putting their heart into it. They want to make it successful.
Okay.
Like, it has that feel to it. Same with 28 Days Later. It was a low budget. Everybody put their all into it. Like, it's a great movie for what it was.
Yeah.
Then you have Quarantine, which is essentially the 28 years later of the series, where it's the name, it's the cash grab, it's something that's already been done. They know it. We're just going to put it under a different name kind of deals, where they don't have to try as hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why I didn't care for Quarantine so much, is because I could just tell they weren't trying. Plus, to be honest, it has the sister from Dexter in it, and she gets annoying after a while.
Yeah, I don't remember really anything from Quarantine. I just know that Jay Hernandez is in that. He plays like, I think he plays like what would be the equivalent of Manu in this one. He's like the firefighter guy.
Yeah.
And I only know him because he's in Hostel. He's in like the original Hostel. And come to find out, he played El Diablo in Suicide Squad. I thought Quarantine came out like shortly after this movie. Yeah, see, this movie came out in 2007. Quarantine came out in 2008. Like a year later, like they just cashed in on that one.
And
Like,
that's what I mean. Like, you don't have. They didn't have to do anything with that movie. It was already
no, s-
done.
well, I think the thing is with this one, what makes this one better than sometimes that's the problem with Hollywood. And if you're looking at like remakes and stuff nowadays, they want to put more flash and bang in there and not enough substance, not enough heart. They just think, oh, look, like what if you look at like a lot of the Disney movies now, you know, what made the movie back then was the heart, the animation, you know, all that stuff that ties into it. And they just go, oh, let's just do it all in CG now. Let's just do the same thing, do CG. Makes it better. No, it don't. It doesn't. This
Lion
movie,
King movie was a prime example of that.
the thing about this movie is that yes, it was low budget, but if you compare it to Quarantine, which was more of a high budget movie, you know, had actors in it, this thing, there is a lot that went into this movie that you don't see a lot of anywhere else. And this was true, authentic stuff. I mean, like, take for example, the actors. The actors didn't get a full script for this movie. They were encouraged to improvise, to react. You know, build their characters and kind of react. The locations that they shot at, you know, the apartment complex, the fire station, all that was real. None of that was like sets. They shot on the location, and for the firefighters in the I think they only had like 2 actors technically, or 3 actors. I think it was 2. Is the guy who played Manu and the guy who played Alex. The rest of them were actual firefighters. They were all firefighters. They were in there.
So I had the Jorge, who played the police guy.
Oh, which one? The young, the older one, the younger one.
The dude who didn't know why he was left in there. He had the white shirt.
Oh, yeah, oh yeah. But yeah, so like this movie felt authentic in everything that it did, and that's what made it so scary. It was so. It feels like a found footage film. You know, it's not some sort of like we're running around with a camera and the picture on it is really nice and crisp and clear or whatever. This is like Blair Witch Project grunge. Like this is if you showed somebody this who doesn't watch horror movies, who doesn't, you know, that kind of stuff, who doesn't, you know, you just show them this, you go, boom, this is a bunch of footage sewn together. It could be possible that you could pass it off as being real. That's how authentic this felt.
Yeah, exactly. It was really good. I will say I watched Quarantine before I watched this one, so I knew it was based off of this movie, or you know, a remake of this movie. But you're definitely right. It definitely had that, like I said, that different authentic feel. And you know, when we do get, uh, I'm actually I've thought about doing the 28 series because they're about to drop the 4th movie, which is a direct sequel
Bone
to the 28 years later, because the
Bone
Netflix,
Temple.
you know, the Netflix buyout that they did to create the 3rd one did so well, they decided to make a direct sequel to that and put that one in theaters.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, so random little tangent off topic thing, like you had 28 days and 28 weeks later. both made by the same group
Mm-hmm.
of people.
Yeah.
And the project basically went null and void. Netflix somehow acquired all the rights to it, released 28 years later as a Netflix
Mm-hmm.
movie, straight to Netflix, and because of the hype and how good it did with Netflix, they made a direct sequel called The Bone Temple that they're putting in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just weird. Hollywood.
Yeah. Hollywood. I mean, like this movie series, it was this one, and then Quarantine came out. I'm trying to see, when did Rec
But
2 come out?
but and we'll get to it. We'll get to it. This is still not the OG found footage movie.
No. Oh, I'm pretty sure there's found footage movies that go all the way back. Rec 2 came out in 2009. So it came out 2 years after this one.
So,
So it
um, the first widely recognized found footage horror movie is Cannibal Holocaust.
Oh yeah. Ugh.
Came out in 1980. Now they are saying that at some point to earlier works like Ingagi, which came out in 1930 as fraudulent authentic footage, because I think it was like fake film. The movie was fake
Mhm.
film, and then you had The Connection in 1961. But most people recognize this Cannibal Holocaust to be the first found footage film.
I've never seen that movie, but
Known for its graphic realism that blurred the lines between fiction and reality, leading to
yeah, I mean
controversy
no.
and bans.
Yeah, that was the movie that I've seen some of the reviewers back in the old day. I've seen some of the reviewers kind of like review that movie, and it was, from what they show, it is, I don't think we're ever really going to get to it, but it is it's essentially about some, I think they were like a film crew, or they were doing something. Their planes their plane ends up crashing or something, like the Amazon, and they run into a bunch of cannibals, and there's like a scene where they kind of stake some of them up, and they're like ripping into them, and they're tearing them apart, and it's very graphic. It's very, just I don't even know when that movie came out. When that movie came out, Jeremy, did it say?
1980.
1980. So it's an early movie. Yeah, it was. Oh my god! Just seeing some of the clips. I mean, I didn't see like any of the like major graphic parts, because the reviewers don't actually show that particular stuff, or at least they don't anymore.
It's an
But yeah,
Italian
just,
cannibal film.
oh yeah, the Italians just love their gruesome goriness. I mean,
During
it was nasty.
during a rescue mission into the Amazon rainforest, a professor stumbles across a lost film shot by a missing documentary crew whose goal was to study the region's indigenous cannibalistic tribes.
As you do. You just decide one day, you know what? I'm a grad student. I want to go in and I want to have an interview with a cannibal.
Hey, I could buy it
And
on
then
Amazon right now on Blu-ray.
for how much?
$26.97.
Oh, good night. Yeah. So, but yeah,
Let's
so I
go.
decided, Rec would be a very good start. And PJ, the entire, just ever since like last week, is like, oh my God. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to read. I have to read. Can't really watch. Gonna have to read. Well, I got her on the stream last night, and she actually enjoyed it. I see. I really liked it for some reason, even though I had to read it.
You know what I
I mean, the great, what was that?
you know what I ought to do, Jason? I ought to find for my movie an anime horror movie that's subtitled. And then PJ has to listen to him go, "什么？为什么呢？回到哈拉卡拉。"
Wow. Wow. Well, no, we're going to get to the ring eventually. We're going to get to the ring, and that one's subtitled. It's all in Japanese. I don't know what I don't know what the trying to think what the translation's like. The good thing about this is we watched it on what did we watch? We watched it on Tubi, I think. Yeah, we watched it on Tubi, and the subtitles were big, and it wasn't like paragraphs of stuff. It was almost just like sentences. So, he'd say something and she'd say something. He said something and she'd say something. And it was just real easy to read and real easy to keep up with. I think half the time you couldn't even really watch what was on screen because the camera's shaking so much. Pablo. PJ was like, Pablo, keep the camera steady.
No.
And we're over here like, you can't. He's running with this giant camera, which, mind you, Pablo was played by the chief cinematographer. So yes, the camera guy in the movie was played by the camera guy. And yeah, so another piece of authenticity there. So, Jeremy, let's break down the plot, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. So, here we go. Are we ready? Can you see my... Yeah, I'm ducking too low. Seeing like the top of my head. I'm looking like Wilson in Home Improvement. What are you looking at?
I
looking all weird.
I typed in animated horror movies. And there's this one from 2021. It's an hour and 23 minutes. It's a horror fantasy called Mad God. But the entire movie is stop motion. It's like watching a horror fantasy movie like Nightmare Before Christmas or Corpse Bride or Frankenweenie or
Frankenweenie.
Yeah, Frankenweenie.
Nobody remembers that movie.
I do. Or Paranorman. Basically Tim Burton. Anything.
Yeah, I guess so.
Anyway, so I'm sorry. Go ahead. Plot.
Okay, so the plot revolves around like a late night what do you call it? Like a public access TV show.
I don't know if it was public access TV or not. It almost sounded like it was her own thing.
Well, that would probably be like public access, right?
I mean, back then, yeah.
Yeah, it would be public. It's essentially
the equivalent of somebody having their own podcast in the 90s.
Yeah, yeah, just wandering around with their like own single like little mic, that big box recorder.
Don't waste film.
But she does a show called While You Were Sleeping or While You're Asleep or whatever, and essentially, I guess she just follows around and interviews people who work night shifts, which is actually a pretty interesting concept because, people are asleep and you're not aware of all the people that are up at night having to work. Her name's Angela, and she is actually played by a TV presenter. She was an actual TV presenter. I don't know if she was a TV presenter at the time or was a former TV presenter, but she had, experience in this kind of thing. So that also lent a bit of credibility to her character, right? So they decide what they're going to do is they're going to hang out at a fire station, talk with the firemen, figure out like what they do. at night. Well, she's hanging out with some of the firemen late one night, and the alarm goes off. And it's about a lady that fell down, or a lady that was locked in a room, or something. So they drive over to this apartment complex, which is by far one of the most ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. Never been to Barcelona, Spain. I don't know. I just know they got really big firehouses and the most oddly shaped apartment complexes, I guess.
It looked
But-
almost like a hotel.
What, the apartment complex?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. It did seem like a hotel, and everyone kept saying they want to go back to their house. I want to go back to my house. Where's your house? The third floor. Give me. Oh, you mean your room? No, my house. The whole house is up on the third floor. But I mean, I guess it was like a half and half type of thing, because when they started going through the lines, or trying to figure out who goes where, they go like, okay, who lives on first floor on the left, first floor on the right, second floor on the left. So I guess it's just like a whole half a floor, and so they get a call about this lady that had fallen, or there was some blood curdling scream or something like that. So the firefighters drive over there with the film crew, and which only consists of Angela and Pablo. So they go in. Just something that you may not have noticed, maybe you did. I didn't actually think about it the entire time that this movie went on until I had heard about it. But they used a lot of like one takes, because they're doing everything with a camera, and they're doing it as a found footage film, so you can't break the cut.
Yep.
There's instances where you do get to break the cut, where you get sneak in some of that sly editing, like where the police guy tells him turn the camera off, or puts his hand in the camera and kind of hits the camera. You can kind of edit that. But the scene where they roll up in the fire truck, get out of the fire truck, walk inside amongst all that commotion of old people, Japanese people, because you had like a Japanese family, you had an old couple, you had a mom and daughter, you had Caesar, who I think was kind of racist.
Mm-hmm.
You had the medical intern or whatever, the two police officers that were there. So they go into the building, they get into all that commotion, and then the older police officer leads them all upstairs, where they encounter their first infected lady. And throughout that entire segment, I did not realize it is one shot. It is like a 5+ minute one take.
Yep.
And
Just a couple of them.
yeah, because you'll notice when they open the guy's door, it was vertical rooms connected to his hotel room. It was an apartment, but not like we're used to when trying to find his key. It was an apartment again, but not built like ours. Hinge, like yeah, makes sense. I mean, their architecture is also different over there, and back when this was done. But so they run into their first infected lady, and she attacks the police officer, biting his neck, and that I forgot how gnarly some of the practical effects are in this, because this movie, I don't believe they did any sort of CGI. I believe this whole entire movie was practical. So when she bit him and they're trying to get her off, and they kind of pull her off and they rip that huge chunk all stringied out. I'm like, oh, that's so gross. And then they're dragging him down the stairs. They're not putting pressure on it. They're just like grabbing him by, oh, gotta get him out. Blum, 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 blum. This poor guy. And he would have been dead by the time he got to the bottom floor. But they got him. But yeah, they got him down there. And by the time they got him down there, everybody is the police are outside. I'm assuming like SWAT, if they have a SWAT, like their special police force, hazmat guys are out there shutting everything down, and they're pretty much saying, everybody, stay calm. You're not allowed out of the building. I
want
saw,
to.
huh?
But I want to get out of the building.
I saw something on. I saw something on. I think it was YouTube, was Facebook. I can't remember. I was doing a little research on this movie or whatever, and someone had commented. They said, "This is the most unrealistic movie ever." They said the government actually did something about a biohazard
Well,
being.
it is in Spain, to be fair.
So
If you're doing it with quarantine, I can believe it. But I don't know how policies are overseas. So.
no, I don't know either, but
But
you know,
yeah, in quarantine, yeah, that's like the thing. The government actually did something. What?
Mhm. But so they get all locked in. Everybody's panicking. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! And then they decide they're going to go out the textile room. Apparently, this apartment complex has a textile room in the bottom back somewhere. So they go out that way, and they're trying to go
That
out that
door
way.
reminded me of Resident Evil 2.
Need the shutter door.
Yeah.
Apparently, these things can just open doors anyway. They're trying to crawl underneath.
Here's
But
Johnny.
so they go. They try to go out the back. Police are out there saying, "No, you can't go. You can't go." Then they find out that there's more people in the building. That's not just in the down there accounted for. There was like the old Japanese man who's in bed. You never get to see him though, but apparently he's like paraplegic and he's in bed. You had some sort of Colombian girl running around upstairs. The first infected lady. But yeah, so then Alex, who had to stay upstairs with the infected lady, apparently I think she bit him on the face. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of is that she bit him on the face, because next thing you know, because you don't ever see him, but the next thing you know, he just falls in one of the most like just I'm gonna say was one. It is my favorite scene because it's so unpredictable. You don't really. It just happens.
This one right here.
I mean, yeah.
I
Go
think
ahead.
it's this one. I think it's this one. Don't hold me to it though.
Cosa la niña?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. They're just talking. They're panicking or whatever, and then
Yeah, this right
he
here.
just
Sitio y le traía antibióticos a la niña.
You know.
and the great thing about it, what I actually do love the most about it, is that he just fell from the ceiling, fell from the sky. No, I don't think he was flung over. I think he got bit and was trying to run, just kind of fell over the side. But the thing about it is that when you watch that scene, the camera's not focused back there. I know I can probably see a lot of like. What are you laughing at, Jeremy? Are you just keeping playing it? I don't have the Twitch up, so I can't. Is that what you're doing? You're just playing it over and over again?
Yeah.
He's repeating it. Okay. He's repeating the scene. So, yeah, well, I mean, you're watching it. So, if you're looking at it, it's almost off screen. That is the beauty of how authentic it is to me. Because a lot of movies will probably set it up. They'll have the camera facing in that general direction. They may have the actress or whatever off to the side so you get the full drop, This one, it's almost like they're turning and they almost have it off camera, like it all of a sudden just kind of catches it. Just you're like, whoa, I almost missed that, type of thing. That's the surprising factor about it, and that's what I absolutely just love about that scene.
I believe I can fly.
Or maybe he just thought that maybe he turned. Well, no, he wasn't in.
He thought
He hadn't
he
turned
could touch
yet.
the sky.
So
He took a bite straight to his face. The infection spread right away.
Mm,
He believed he could soar.
Jeremy, I'm just gonna say, you play a mean guitar. Play a mean guitar. But your lyrics need work.
It'll be fine.
Don't become the primary songwriter. so, um, so yeah. So then the premise of the entire movie at this point is that they're trying to figure out what's going on. Well, they send the health inspector in. The health inspector comes in, starts inject. They take Alex and the one police guy. They take him to the back, chain him up. They're doing interviews. They're doing some interviews before the health inspector gets there. She's interviewing Caesar, the Japanese people. She's interviewing Jennifer, little Jennifer,
Yeah.
and
Oh, it's
and
almost
who
Yennefer,
has
but it's
who
not.
has tonsillitis.
Yeah, poor kid.
Or should we say the health infector? So funny.
So punny.
So punny. So yeah, so they're doing the interviews and then the health inspector comes in and
Infector.
he is not a health inspector yet. He's inspecting right now. But he goes in, he
Inspecting
injects
the infection.
he's inspecting the infection, yes. So he's checking with he checks with the two that were infected and they got them in this room, and then all of a sudden one of them springs up and bites the medical guy, the doctor guy. They have to leave him in there, and then he becomes infected and rages out. Essentially, these things are like almost rage zombies, like
Similar-
28
I was
days.
about to say, similar to a 28 Days Later.
They're just all like right,
Not really
and
zombies.
huh.
So not really zombies.
Yeah, they don't call them zombies in this.
They don't call them that in 28 Days and Weeks Later either.
They don't really call them anything in this. Just kind of like they're
They-
infected. They're infected with something.
28 Days Later, the infected.
So then essentially the rest of the movie is them just running around being killed off by these things, right?
She
The
said
daughter
they were fast running. I did not like this. Oh, you just wait till we get to the 28 Days and Weeks Later series.
So the little girl was already infected. She had been infected, and apparently because the way this virus worked or whatever, it was through saliva, body fluids. Apparently, it wasn't airborne,
They never.
which you would. Well, yeah, but I mean, later on at the end of the movie, when they're doing like when Angela makes it up into the one room that's been locked closed or whatever, and she starts reading through, they actually do say that, oh yeah, the virus is once they pulled the stuff out, once it touched air, it died.
Yeah,
So so essentially just keep your spit off of people.
that's why I like this scene here. It was very like story driven.
El problema es su inestabilidad. El contacto con el oxígeno la deteriora rápidamente. De todos modos, soy optimista. Si todo va bien, pronto obtendré la vacuna. Los análisis han tenido resultados
¿Qué se está
positivos.
hablando, Pablo?
And it's exactly what you were talking about. He was talking about how as soon as the virus hits air, it dies, and hopefully they'll have a vaccine here soon.
Yeah. So they start getting picked off bit by bit. Secondary police guy gets essentially attacked by Jennifer after she's transformed. See, the thing is that Mama was holding Jennifer, who was like, what? She's like 7 years old in this movie.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, it's just tonsillitis. Because they found out that the way this spread was from Max, which was Jennifer's dog. The dog got sick. They took it to the vet. and apparently it had whatever this thing is, and it pretty much raged out, attacked the other animals, which infected them, and they had to put them all down essentially. So then they tracked the dog coming from this apartment, which is why they were shutting everything down. Well, Jennifer already had it. That was what she had on her face and who's and whatnot. And one of the big questions that I think was asked once or twice when we were watching the movie, and it kind of popped into my head at one point, was like, how is some people transforming now and some of them are transforming later? You know, because one guy like got bit and then he just transformed, and the other one's like the police officer and the firefighter at the beginning took
Basic-
forever
It's based
forever
off
to
of
do it.
blood type. It's what they said.
And yeah, that's how they explain it, was that different blood types have different infestation periods. What?
You froze for a second.
Oh,
We're good.
Uh-oh.
Keep going. The infection
They
has
shut.
not spread yet.
They shut. They because they'll shut down the radios. They'll shut down the TVs, the cell phones,
Heck,
because
they already did that
virus.
to me because Verizon's service has been down for the last 7 hours. It just came back on actually in the middle of the podcast. I just got service. My phone started dinging like crazy.
Hey, Jamie's clear. But yeah. So Jennifer spits on Mom's face. Then she runs upstairs. Manu and the police officer and Pablo, they all run upstairs. They handcuff Mama to the banister in the lobby because she's got it on her face. They all end up separated. People start getting picked off. Jennifer attacks the police officer. He disappears. Both of them just disappear. He makes an infected appearance at the end of the movie, but other than that, he's gone. The old couple, they just disappeared from the film. They're just gone. They went back to the
one with
room.
the old man who wouldn't let his wife talk.
Yeah, I thought he was going to hit her or something.
That's what I was waiting on.
Yeah, he's getting abusive sounding. No, shut up. I was sleeping. And yeah. So they ended up disappearing. That little Japanese boy, he just disappeared.
All they did was go back to their homes and lock their doors.
Yeah, tell that to the mom and dad Japanese abusive couple. Apparently, they're yelling at each other all the time.
There's
But-
a lot of abusive couples in this apartment. You might want to look at
So
that.
they end up all getting killed off, except for Pablo and Angela, and they end up escaping from them. Essentially, they keep just going up. Because the plan was to go up, get the keys, go back down. There was like a sub basement that led into the sewers, but they needed the keys for it. And they went into the one guy's room, the medical guy's room. What is his name? I forgot what his name was. But they go into his room, find his big old janitor key ring of like 5 billion keys. And
It always happens that way. Any movie
and then
where they're like, "Hey, we got to go find a key." They finally find it, and it's like this key ring, like this big around, with like 40 something keys on it. You're just like, is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one?
well, clearly this one's not going to fit in there. It's round. That thing's a slender like. But yeah, because the last person that was with them was Manu, and see that was a transformation that didn't quite make sense for me, unless he had just gotten bitten at some point and didn't realize it, or he got some sort of. I mean, I would presume that maybe he got something on him because he was holding off that Japanese lady. They went inside to go
sweat
get the
count?
keys, huh?
It's transferred through like fluids.
Yeah. So I mean, he could have gotten blood on his face and
But
got it in.
okay, but here's the thing: they said when it comes in contact with air, it dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the only way it would get in is bites. It can't get in any other way. Every other transference, it's going to go from one person to another. It's going to come in contact with air before it even touches the other person.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure.
It'll literally cut through and go, fall, hit air, and then hit the next person.
Yeah, but I mean, it may not be an instantaneous thing. May not be like, okay, we're gonna pull. Oh, it's dead. Otherwise, it wouldn't spread that easily. I mean, if someone had it like in their mouth, they're like, "Blah," and then they go, "Blech," I'm pretty sure the outer layer would probably die, but what would get on you and in your eye or in your mouth, the inner portion hasn't touched air per se. So, I mean, that's the only way you think. All I know is that they go inside the room. Mono's holding off the Japanese lady. They go inside. When they finally find the keys and come back out, he's already transformed. So there you go. And they continue going up because everyone's coming up. And they end up going into the locked room, which is the one that, has the tape player that looks like, it bring out the deadites. But they go in there, and this is where the movie kind of takes kind of like a weird turn because it starts going into like a religious territory. Now they don't explain where this thing came from. They don't explain how it developed. I think they saved that for the next movie. If not, we're just going to be left with a lot of plot holes. But apparently, this has some sort of religious, like possibly possession. Not entirely sure. Could be something that they viewed as being demonic or some sort of evil religious context, when in reality it's just some sort of virus. Or maybe it's some sort of supernatural demonic virus. Who knows? I don't know. We'll have to wait until the second movie to see if they explain it. But essentially, it dealt with like a priest, a father. He had this girl who had been possessed, and you get to see her at the end of the movie. Big, lanky, creepy thing, and yeah, right there at the end, Pablo ends up dead, and Angela gets pulled off screen at the end of the movie. So yay!
Well,
They did have another one of those creepy scenes where Pablo puts the camera up in like the attic.
oh yeah.
Now, I had to go and do some research because I don't know if they mentioned it in the tape and I just missed it. But I had to go, and maybe it's something that gets explained in the next movie. But I tried to figure out how this thing spread. Okay, because if that lady or if that girl, whatever her name is, the one that was in the attic or up in that locked room up there, if she's the one who had it, she's the carrier, she's the one who whatever, then how did that old lady get it? How did the dog get it? Do you remember if they explained it, Jeremy? Because I had to research it. Okay, so apparently the father priest guy snatched her away, because you'll see the newspaper clippings where they talk about how she disappeared from the hospital or whatever. Well, he kidnapped her, took her to this place, locked her up in the room while he was doing his research trying to figure it out. But apparently, he was experimenting using this virus on rats, on local kids. So he could, I don't know if he was trying to infect them so he can I mean,
Maybe.
eh. Are we spoiling, Jeremy?
I don't know. But we do got to get to the numbers, so we can wait to do this.
Okay. We'll just wait. We'll just wait until next week, and we'll figure it out then, I suppose.
So,
Just
on
cliffhanger.
IMDb, with on a scale of 1 to 10, with 214,000 votes,
Mhm,
how do
mhm.
y'all think Wreck did?
Oh, Raven's jumping in there already. Yeah. I'm gonna have to. You guys are cranking it up too high. I'm gonna go with a 7.9. Darn it. There we go. 7. The keyboard's too high. You guys could just get a good look at my chin as I'm trying to reach up there to get to my caps lock, num lock.
All right. Jason, this is you. Are you ready?
Oh, am I falling?
There it is.
Oh, I'm falling. I just fall.
I had to do it. I thought it was perfect. I thought it was perfect. Raven. You're that dude who got bit at the very beginning. By the
Oh,
lady.
the neck.
Yeah, the neck guy.
Gross.
PJ. You're actually the closest. You're 0.2 off. It was 7.4 out of 10.
Wow. Wow, I think
And now
PJ, I think you're you're too close. You're too close, PJ.
onto the infection meter.
Poor boy off screen. Hey, you don't even know if that kid could just be hiding under his bed where you can never find him.
All right. So, what do y'all think the critics gave this movie on a scale of 0 to 100%?
I'm gonna say this movie got an 80.
80? Ravenfire,
80.
you're going to have to change your. Okay, there's 82.
Oh.
PJ's going with the 64.
64.
All right.
Oh my god.
PJ. You're Jennifer's mom. Handcuffed to a banister to die.
We put it on together at the same time. Yep. Yep. Wait, you're the
No,
little
not Jennifer. I said her mom.
her madre. You get oof. You get handcuffed to the banister, and then you get to watch like all the crazy people come up and just eat you, or at least bite you once. They just kind of give up. They don't eat you. They just kind of come up, bite you, and go, yeah, that's gross.
Jason.
And then they continue on.
You're the old lady that bit the first guy.
She's all gross, holding up her like nightgown and stuff. Weirdo.
Ravenfire, you are the closest. It was certified fresh at 90%.
Ooh, 90. Good job.
And now
Ow.
we are on to the fans on a scale of 0 to 100.
Oh, I got this one. This one is gonna be a 95. It's gonna be a 95.
PJ says 87.
87.
Just waiting on Raven.
Raven. She's gonna be 89.
All right.
Here we go.
Jason,
Darn it. Wait.
you're the Policia guy.
Which one? Oh no, this would be the second one. Oh yeah, I just disappear off screen with Jennifer and then pop out and go, I'm infected. And that's, or wait, hold on. I meant like they come over and they look down the staircase thing or whatever, and they're just like, all of them are like around that circular opening, and they're just all like, oh. You're like, nope. Up we go.
Raven Fire, you're the health inspector. Or the health infector. No, Raven, you're the health infector.
You killed Caesar. Or Kaiser.
PJ,
It's just my good side. My good side.
Not only were you her mom, but you're Jennifer.
And she just disappeared. She just disappeared. She didn't even get a like cameo at the end.
It was 82%.
82. Wow, that's kind of low.
Well, it has been
Probably
a
the
great
subtitles.
time being back for this go round.
No.
It's good to be back for the new year. We started off this year with a bang. This one was really good. So next week we will be talking about Rec 2. Hopefully it's just as good as Rec 1. We'll see. Jason's getting quarantined up, ready to go. As we do some more subtitle readings.
More subtitles.
Until then, we will see y'all next week. Same time, same campfire. Have a great one.
Yeah.
This summer, the visionary creators of one of the scariest films of all time dare you to take a second look. Rec 2.